This your man Grill out here at the Sam's Club, chilling, minding my own business, getting some work done on the car, tire rotation. So I just figured while I'm sitting here waiting on them to do their thing, um, I'll hop on here and see what y'all up to. See if there's any questions that need to be answered. Mm-mm-mm. Oh man, they got this thing that goes around and does it myself. I tell you, people gonna be end up losing their jobs big time around here. They got a self-directed floor cleaner thingy and all of that. So they just come in and clean up and all that good stuff. So yeah. But what's going on with y'all today? Yeah, I thought you. I used to. No, I ended up buying a car and everything a couple of months back. Well, my son he bought a car because here's what happened. We ended up what's that company? PayPal. We had a credit card with them, and the credit card they canceled it. They canceled that whole credit card for everybody who had it. They was just like, we not supporting this card no more. And I was using that card to rent cars. That was the card that I was using because you don't want them doing using a debit card because the way they charge a debit card is whack. So I ain't gonna lie to you, my credit ain't the best right now. With the late getting paid from these companies, things sort of don't work out always. And then trying to qualify for a loan as a business owner is very very difficult. So we asked my son, and he bought a car. Asked him could he do that for to help the family out, and he did. So I thank the father for that. And everything. So we used that car. Matter of fact, he works here at the Sam's Club, and everything. And he's not big on driving anyway, but he understood the mission of the family, and all of that. So part of the deal was, we make the payments on the car, and we take care of the maintenance. So it's time for the car to get the tires rotated and everything and stuff. So yeah, but now I prefer renting because of this maintenance thing. I do not like. I do not like the maintenance thing, and I'm a new car type of guy. So we had to buy a used car, 2017. We got a Hyundai Santa Fe. The car's nice. It does what it needs to do, but I prefer the rental car because if anything goes bad, you just take that bad boy back, and that's it. I know, man. They got the hot dogs. Yeah, I might have to grab something to eat because I got a 12:30 closing. I did a 10 o'clock one. Actually, the lady was able to. I'm sorry, 9 o'clock, but she was able to meet at 8:30 this morning. So that's done and stuff. So I'm just sitting here in the Santa Club chilling. So what's going on with y'all? Oh boy, it's so much going on out here in this notary world, and I'm gonna tell y'all got to. You really gotta, y'all got to really be on point because these people are scrambling out here for y'all dollars, and I would assume y'all can hear me okay. They are. I'm at the mechanic. Yeah, 12:30. Yeah, these people scrambling. They coming up with all kinds of stuff to get y'all to buy their next program, buy whatever. I'm telling y'all gotta start being careful. And forgive me for looking around, y'all, because I'm just waiting for somebody to roll up on me. You can't be in here sitting down doing a live stream talking to people. I'm waiting for somebody to do that. Hopefully they don't. But yeah, it's scrambling, scrambling. And now when I sat back and I thought even more about that notary everyday thing, I have some major concerns with that because if they're just a notary platform, if they're just a platform to host notaries, yeah, I'm sitting in a display. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. It's got a little nice Everything. Yeah. Yeah, this display is tight. I like this thing. I'm telling you, boy, I put this on the back porch during the time of the year where it's nice and the temperature. I sleep outside in this. I'm serious. Chill. And then they got the little fireplace thing going, all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, the concern I have is if they're just the platform hosting us, why are they worried about dictating to us who we get trained by? That shows some bias. That shows some real big bias if they're more concerned about who we took training from rather than making sure we get paid. Because if we're not getting paid faster, if we're not getting paid more, then what's the purpose of having this notary platform? Because when you look at their pay requirements or their pay guidelines, they say it's up to us to figure out how we gonna get paid from them, from whoever's on the platform, and they ain't got nothing to do with it. They got, I guess, maybe for a fee that they could help us out, but it's really between us and the people who hired us. So I'm like, if you're not really gonna make sure that we get paid, then why are you trying to make sure we take somebody's training, which requires us to spend money? You're making sure we spend money on somebody who you cool with. And that's the bias part. What's his name? SnapDoc says we don't have to be NNA certified. But the companies who uses the notaries may want us to be NNA certified. I can get with that. And it's up to you to state whether you're whatever certified. So they have it in there. But you don't see SnapDocs with any kind of, no, sorry about that. You don't see SnapDocs with any kind of thing saying that you have to show that you are trained by any of these other people, because those people's training is not certified by any state. Those are just certificate of completions. So when you think about it, it says I checked and I'm listed along with 350 others, and only one is LSS listed. Yeah. So I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that you point out that what somebody is not. Don't point out something that can be deemed a negative about that person when it comes to their credentials in the field. Because clearly by doing that, by saying the person is got their state thing, their state commission, and they're NNA certified, but they're not LSS. Where does LSS fall in this whole thing? Do we have to be LSS? Now they might say, well, no, you don't. Then why is it so important for you to denote that we're not such and such? You see what I'm saying? That's the concern. Why do you have to let the whole world know Griff ain't LSS? But my state says I'm good. How does that trump what my state wants? And I got over 4,000 notary assignments under my belt. And I work with some of these companies without that particular certification. And now all of a sudden you say, oh, well, you can't proceed unless you have that. That seems very biased to me. That seems like you're doing something, you're colluding together. That's what it seems like. You're colluding to prohibit me from getting work unless I submit to this particular type of training. And I don't think that's right. Now, this is just my thoughts. This is my feelings. Right. I know he's tied with them and everything. See, that's the thing. There's really no required certifications. You don't even have to be NNA certified. Some of the companies would like you to be quote unquote NNA certified. But in order to notarize signatures on a document, you have to have a notary commission from your state. In the story. And all this, well, you're a signing agent. That ain't what my state calls me. That is not what my state calls me. We're not there to go through the documents and to guide them and to tell them. Why do we need to do that when all of these other entities are a part of this whole process. These other entities, the lender, the underwriter, the real estate agent, the title company, all of those people have been in communication with the signers, the home buyer, the refinancers, the home seller, and now the notary got to be the one to make sure the deal get done. The notary got to be the one to, okay, well, let me make sure you understand what your interest payments are and what your mortgage payment going to be and when it happens. Why didn't the people who put all this stuff together do that? Why didn't they take responsibility to make sure that that stuff was done? That the person who they want to go in contract with understands those things. I'm just saying, I mean, Earl Jones Lending wants to go into a contract with Fred Johnson. And Earl Jones is not going to talk to Fred about any of the particulars of that contract and then say, go grab some random notary in whatever state that Earl Johnson is in and have that notary make sure that Earl Johnson is good to go. That notary needs to make sure that he understands his terms, conditions, and all that. But the problem is, from the day that you get the order, you get assigned, to the day that you do the order, nobody converses with you about Fred Jones or the whole process. They don't talk to you about what's been going on and why it's going on. They don't do any of that. They just like, here's the order. And you get the documents late. So now you're supposed to roll out there and be ready to rock and roll with somebody that you've never met, that you've only talked to for barely a minute to confirm the order. You have no history, but you're supposed to make sure that they got everything together to buy this $800,000 house. You need to make sure that you, the notary, this random notary that just got started in business 10 minutes ago, you're supposed to make sure that they good to go with that. That's the problem that I have with this. That logic doesn't make sense, to say that we're responsible to that level and that degree when you have all these other entities that are involved and nobody took time out to have a sit-down conversation with somebody that they want to loan $800,000 to buy a house. And then, to buy a house, and then you get some random notary that don't know anything about anything except how to properly notarize, and you want them to be the person that says, okay, let me make sure you understand this here. Let me guide you through this. Let me just point out a few key factors. And not only that, I'm in Virginia, Fred's from Montana, the title company's in California, documents all kinds of different ways, and I ain't never seen any of these styles of documents before. And I'm supposed to be able to make sure that I can. No. Come on now. Let's just be realistic about this. So my thing is also, if you're saying on the Notary Everyday site, hey, good morning to you, I just now signed on, just the first time hearing about Notary Everyday. Did you say, yeah, they're connected with LSS. And if you look at my video from Friday, last Friday, I talked about this. Here's the thing. And y'all tell me, tell me in the comments how y'all think about this. And I made a comment about this, about being paid. If you're 1%, if you're a 1%er, you need to be paid like a 1%er. If that company is saying they have the top 1% of notaries in America, 50,000 plus notaries in America are part of the 1%ers, then we need to be paid like 1%ers. Why are you going to have the 1%ers, but you pay me like the 99%? If the 99% are getting 85, 95, excuse me, then what should 1%ers get? The 1%ers should be getting a higher fee. The 1%ers should be getting more. There's privilege that comes with being a 1%er. In every facet of life, when you have a 1%er, they get special treatment. Now, there's a requirement that they need to make sure, and that's where they probably say, well, you need to be LSS certified. It's like, okay, but how does that really help me? Because you got us already in your database. And how does that help me to be a 1%? Me being a 1% is from the fact that I got over 4,000 signers. And I know other people got more. So if they got more than me, then they really part of the 1%. They're part of the 0.1%. They're a very unique club. But if I'm a part of the 1%, then I should be paid that way. I should receive compensation that reflects I'm the top 1%. What's your thoughts on that? Seriously, what's your thoughts on that? Because if you're getting paid 75, we go on this new platform, which some of us would probably have to, which more like I'm gonna have to, because some of the companies that I do great business with, they're going over there, so I'm gonna have to go over there to get business. But I'm like, am I going to get paid like I'm a 1%? Am I going to get paid more? Because if I'm getting paid 75, 85 with that company that I was working with on signing order on Notary Every Day, if I'm getting the same pay over here, then what's the benefit for the notary? You see what I'm saying? Where's the benefit? Then am I going to get paid faster? If I'm not getting paid, how you doing, buddy? If I'm not getting paid any faster, okay, this is one of them Sam's Club people. I'm waiting. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If okay. If I'm, you know what I'm saying? And I think the main game changer would be we get paid quicker. If we can get paid quicker, instead of 6 months down the line, that right there will be a game changer. Thank you. That's good logic. Yeah. 1%ers get paid and get compensated and get treated like 1%ers. That's the thing. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to have a notary database where you promote notaries, then why not allow the notaries to set their price and have some more and have some real competition? In other words, the notaries say, okay, well, here's a database of notaries. These are the top 1%. Their minimum fee is going to be this. So to use these notaries to get top quality work, to get guaranteed stuff shipped out on time, stuff scanned back, all of that, you want these notaries, and it's going to cost you this. Not just to be on the platform as a signing company, but to pay to have them work for you, it's going to cost you this. That's how it is in life. Anybody that's considered the top of the game, in order to have them, it's going to cost you this. Hands down. There's a pretty penny. You'd be better off saying, hey, we got some of the best notaries in the nation. But when you say top 1%, even if you say the top 5% or 10%, when you say we got the best of the best, that immediately elevates the dollar amount. But see, now the question is, you have all these notaries, what if they start acting a fool? Then what? So I'm not opposed to another notary database that has notaries out there. I'm honestly not opposed to it. I think from what I've seen, it's going to be slick. The interaction is going to be good. The tools that they have, wonderful. But I don't know if they're going to have this. I was told they are. We need to be able to respond to feedback, positive or negative, because sometimes people put negative stuff out there about us, and we don't have the ability to respond back or to clarify what the situation was. In my opinion, I think that feedback that, like on YouTube, they stop with the thumbs down. Either you got something positive to say, or don't say nothing at all. But don't come in here saying anything negative about it. That's just the way I feel. Because it could have been a unique situation where the signing company could have misunderstood a state law or whatever, and they could just be in their feelings. And to get back at the notary, I'm going to say that you screwed up. So if they wanted us to backdate documents, and we showed them proof that no, legally we can't do that, and they get embarrassed by that signing company or that title company could then turn around and put something, yeah, Griff did the notary right, but he was very difficult to work with. That ain't good. That kind of stuff isn't good. What do you mean I was difficult to work with? And I should have the ability to respond back and provide clarification for that. And I don't think we need to go down that road. If you misunderstood the law, if you asked me to do something and I said, no, I'm not going to do it, and I was able to articulate why, then you just have to roll with it, especially if it's correct, if what I'm telling you is correct. Or I say, well, no, I have to do it this way. And you say, well, no, don't worry about doing it that way. No, my state law says I got to do it this way. Respect that. Respect that. And that's one of the other aspects that's really missing in this business is the level of respect coming from the companies to the notaries. And I feel that. I know y'all feel that. It's like they don't respect what we do. And without us, they can't get the deal done. But it's like somebody always feels they got the Lord over us. But the problem is they forget that we are independent contractors. We are business owners just like them. But on the flip side, the people who we're dealing with and we communicate with at that signing company or title company are not the business owners. They are the employees. So we're having a conversation as a business owner talking to somebody's employee about how we run our business. And the thing is, we're the business. So it's not like it's us and then they're dealing with one of our workers. You know, we are the worker. And then they try to talk to us as such, and without realizing that we're also the owner. So as the owner, this is how I run my business. As the owner, ... And then they're like, well, I'm just doing what my boss say. Correct. Then maybe I need to talk to your boss and we need to have a conversation. So there is a level of disrespect that comes kicking back toward us that's just not right. Because they don't understand, some people don't understand the actual working dynamics between employment companies or companies that employ people and independent contractors. And there's a level of respect, you know, just let me do what I need to do. You do what you need to do, and we good. And stuff. All right, y'all, that's the Sam Club's calling me. Let me get on out of here. I'll catch up with y'all later. All right, talk to y'all later. And give me your comments and everything about what you think about what I'm saying. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.